Well, we're out at sea, would you believe? After all the horrible weather we'd had, there is literally a tiny chink in the weather just today. And it's looking as though we could have actually gone offshore. Although offshore, it's probably a little bit lumpy. Now we've dropped the anchor, we're fishing close into Seaford Head. We're just scratching around to see what we can catch. And Peter, who is with me here, has already got herself a dogfish. Want to show that to the camera, Pete? So there's dogfish about. So we'll catch some dogfish. Hopefully we'll catch some whiting. I'm hoping that we might pick up a conger. And there's also quite a good chance of a bass, I'm led to believe. I've got the dog out with me, you can probably hear it. The fish finder is showing up a lot of fish mid-water as well, so I might put a sabiki rig down and just see if we can get some herrings for bait and what have you. But I'm gonna be fishing an uptide rod as well as an up and down, and I'm using a Sheppy rig, courtesy of one of my subscribers who very kindly made these rigs up and sent them to me. So I just want to say thank you very much to Mark Wells, who sent me these rigs. We'll try them out. The Sheppy rigs. I think I've used something like this. The main rig body is made from 80-pound ASO Ultraflex. The hook snoods are 25-pound Amnesia. The top hooks are size 4. The bottom hooks are size 1.0. They're saltwater champions, and they've got a bit of worm on there. And we'll whack them out. I've got some squid as well. We'll put some squid out as well. But initially I'm just going to whack out a bit of worm and see what we can get. So I'll just show you that rig. They're a very interesting rig because they're kind of like two pulleys. So the first one is a pulley as well. So once it's ready and the fish takes it, it will pull up and pull the lead up. And the top one is a pulley. And they've got these beautiful swivel protectors, you know, little things that standoffs as well. So we'll clip that in and we'll whack it out and we'll see how we get on. As I say, we've already had a fish on the boat. Peter's had a little tiny dogfish, so the skunk is out of the boat already and I'm not even tackled up fully. Clip that in place. Clip this one in as well. And casting in the boat. Just going to make sure Peter's head's out of the way. So start the day off by hooking Peter in the head would not be a good way to start the day, would it? Right, casting in the boat. And then what we need to do is we let out a spool of line, or we'll wait till the weight hits the bottom. So that's the weight on the bottom. It's not a huge tide today, which is quite good. So what we want to do is we let out a bow of line. So there's a bow of line goes back to the lead, and then the line's coming up from the lead at an angle down tide from the lead, which means it grips in. And then hopefully, if you get a decent fish, you'll get a slack line bite, or suddenly the lead will shoot down line, or the line will go down tide, which is an indication that a fish has broken the lead out. I say you can fish like this I mean, we're in about 60 foot of water here, I think. You can fish in quite deep water doing this, and sometimes you hold the bottom better doing this than you do if you try using a great big heavy lead down tide. So I'm letting that line out, and the line is now going round in a big bow, and you have to kind of let it have quite a bow. You know it's holding because the line, when you put an up down lead in, that will be going directly back of the boat, and the line from this will be going off at an angle. I think that's about it. So close the bail arm. We'll put him into a rod holder, and then I'll start thinking about rigging up a downtide rod as well. So more of that in a bit. Catch you later. Might be worth putting a sabiki rig down. Just see what we've got there. Might be squid. Might be squid. Water's very coloured. Dog's whining. Stop it. As we know, Bertie likes a fish. Right. My rod is banging away there. Quite a big bait on there, so but then dogfish are able to engulf baits nearly as big as their head. So to bring that uptide rod in and check the baits on it really, because it's been out there a while. Now the downside of an uptide, is that, you know, you can miss little sensitive bites. Generally, because the line's through the water, it acts like a teleflex, so you do pick up little bites. But those two worms have been out there a while now, and I'm not seeing any tapping and rattling on it. So let's wind it in and freshen those baits up. In the meantime, I've been also, because, oh, there we go. Definitely some interest on here. Yeah. Could just be little whiting or doggies pecking at it. I say it's quite a big hook and quite a big bait. So we'll wind it and have a look, because I can't feel anything tugging on here. Need to put the kettle on and make myself some breakfast. I'm quite hungry. Yeah, the bait has been well noshed at, but it's not taking it. So I'm suspecting little dogfish or whiting. Having a little go at it. We'll rearrange it so it's on the hook again. It's better. But then what I want to get with this is either bass or conger. It's got a little bit of wire trace on it as well, so it'll withstand a conger. As we know from Peter's experience, there's an awful lot of dogfish here, but we don't mind that. We'll have a few dogfish. Pretty little shark that they are. Let's bring this in and check the baits on it. I'm betting that these come in, the baits have gone. It used to be that dogfish, you fish with fish baits if you wanted to catch dogfish, but they seem to take worms now. So it's almost like they've learnt. It's a free offering from anglers. Nice to get a few little whiting that we can. I wouldn't mind putting a live whiting down actually. But yeah, baits are completely polished away. And in fact, it hadn't released from the hook downs, which is interesting. So it's probably explain why we weren't seeing any bites, but something's cleaned the bait off there. So we'll put that on and we might just chop it out as a flapper rig rather than clipping it down. Right, so let's get that done, let's get it out. Yeah. My rod, you can see is getting quite a little knock on it now. There you go. So we'll wind into that and see what we got. Suspecting it might be a doggy, but you never know. Oops, slippery floor. Oh, yeah, feels like a doggy. Yeah. Ooh, it's giving a good old tug for itself. Might be two doggies. What we got? No, it's one doggy. Yeah, single doggy. Interestingly enough, on the squid tentacle. Nicely hooked in the corner of the mouth, which we like to see. Now what you've got to watch with dogfish is part of their defence mechanism is that they will try and wrap their tail around whatever is attacking them and then rasp it against them to make them let go. So that's what that dogfish was trying to do to me, was trying to oh my other rod's just gone, nearly went over then. So he's got a mouthful of bait, but they are a pretty fish. The dog likes them as well. Dogfish. No, you can't have it. No. And we'll put him back. And he has gone. So let's get that bait back up and get it back down. Interesting enough, the worm's not been touched. So let's put another bit of squid on there. Filming still. Yeah, for sanding down woodwork. Yeah. Yep. The skin is so abrasive it was used as a fine sanding paper. And it's interesting because it is only abrasive in one direction. The other direction it's smooth as silk. I mean, at the moment we're having quite a good fun catching loads of dogfish, but I think that the charm might wear off. My other rod is banging and knocking, but it's got a huge bait on it. So we'll let it go for a bit longer. Right, I'm casting in the boat. Let that out. Right, so lead all the way down. Let the line bow around. It's a very weak tide today, so it's not. I won't get too much of a bow in the line. Bertie, stop it. Right, that's set. So it's quite a big bait and quite a big hook on here. Oh no, I think it's managed to engage the bait and the hook. What we got here? And it's another dogfish. It's managed to get that huge hook into the corner of its mouth. But if we get excited about dogfish, we get excited about, crikey mate, look at this. It's a small spotted cat shark, which is its other name. It's got lots of names. They call them robins round here, don't they? Any idea why? Oh, because they're robin whatsits. Okay. Put him back. They are actually quite nice to eat if you can be bothered with skinning them and bleeding them out and what have you. But there are some people who love to eat them.
If you deep fry them, they go like donuts.
Oh, right. Bit of sugar on them. Right, stop filming for a minute. Whiting. So that's a result. Keep that for bait. It's a bit big for live bait, but we can use it for fillets. Congers off the beach. I've been loving whiting. That's what they're there to feed on.
In there.
Yeah, so there are some whiting down there. We thought there would be. Another doggy.
No.
Oh, a pilch. A pilch. A zilch pilch. The old fickle fuckle fish. Whoa! It's a pouting. Taking the bottom jig. Jig was probably as big as the pouting. I'm fishing with a line of sabikis on here with a slow jig on the bottom, just in case there's something we want to eat the slow jig. But there's a nice little pout in there. We'll keep that for bait. We'll fill it up. We'll flapper that up and put it down on the downside rod in a bit. Just got to untangle this all now. Little one's got a whole live whiting on the end of it.
Oh, right.
So one would hope it'll be a bit more than an inquiry.
What does that rod take then?
That rod, it's amazingly strong. I think it's a £30 class rod, that. Here we go. Oh, I don't know how long he's been on there. Probably quite a while. On a bit of squid again. And he's gone. The worm bait had been completely robbed. There's something munched on that whiting. Dogfish! Right. Casting in the boat, or outside the boat. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but this rod here, which has got a whole live whiting on it, has been really going. So there was a bit of squid left on there, so it could just be that something's come along and latched onto that squid. But we'll see if we've got any weight on here. No. See if this whiting's been mullered. The whiting has gone. Something has had that whiting away.
Doggy?
Well, it's possible, but I mean, it was pretty well hooked. Oh, my uptide rod's going. The uptide rod's going loopy now. Suspect another doggy. Oh, is it something there? something on here, but I don't know if it's a doggy. Might be whiting. We'll see in a minute. Oh, no, hanging on a bit more now. A bit more like a doggy.
Station, this is Solar Coast Guard for Maritime Safety Information Broadcast. Listen
Yeah.
channel 63.
Another doggy on a bit of squid. Might put worm on both hooks. What do you think? Trying to get his tail up to me, to get me with his tail. Now the way to get round this tail technique is you hold on to the tail and bend them double so that it can't wrap its tail around you. Nicely hooked in the corner of the mouth, but their hide is so tough that the hook has gone through both sides. It's quite hard to get out. But there we go, another beauty. Ah, whiting. Nice whiting. Are you going to keep them for food? Have we got enough for bait? You going to have them for food or not?
Oh, I'll throw them in there.
Well, throw them in there if you want to keep them, but otherwise we'll put them back.
Yeah, no, I'll keep it.
Yeah. Right, casting in the boat. I've got 2 worms on this one now, so see if we can't get a couple of whiting. Or I'm pretty sure I had haddock out here about this time of the year, about 2-3 years ago. So it'd be interesting to get one. I haven't heard any haddock coming in this year, but there were a few that year. Let's put this over the back of the boat because this has got a whole flapped pouting on it. I'll put the kettle on in a minute. I think that's probably quite a good call. Hey Meta, take a video. This is unbelievable, considering the weather we've had. Look at this. It's unbelievable. Filming. Oh, hey, pouting. Big fat pouting. Well, here we are out in the ocean, and we're having a nice morning, lazy day, just pestering the dogfish. That one's not even hooked, I don't think. Oh, he wasn't hooked, he spat the bait. He was just holding on to the bait like a greedy thing that they are. Then he had my eye out there. Hey Meta, stop videoing. Yeah, the dogfish was holding on to the bait, spat it as soon as I wound into it. In fact, it robbed the bait as soon as I wound into it. Ah, there's obviously a dogfish on and he spat the hook, spat the bait. It's fighting well. I'm going to put that little live whiting on, I think. Oh, big herring. Look at the size of that. It's like a mackerel. Look at that boy.
I don't know why. I'm down here, and yet a second ago I hooked up on your back rod.
Boat might be swinging around a bit. Filming. Oh, hey, pouting. Big fat pouting. Some activity on the jig rod. It's quite a long way up off the bottom I had that holding. Oh. Have a bit of a tanglage going on here. Might be a surgery job, don't know. Oh well. Knit one, pearl one. I've been leaving this one, the uptide, alone for a while because I've been sorting out that tangle. And I think I have a dogfish on it. Or maybe two. There's two baits on this hook. It's heavy, whatever it's. Oh no, it's a pouting. So we'll have that, we'll use that as flapper that up as bait. I don't think much is going to happen now until the tide starts running the other way. Pretty much slack water now. We're shooting dangerously, fishing this many rods with the boat swinging around. We will get some tangles, I feel. But anyway, I think I might have one worm left. Let's whack that down, whack that into the bait bucket. Have I got any worms left?
There you go. There's some there and some in there.
Yeah, those are your frozen ones, aren't they?
Don't know what they are. They're there for bait.
Oh, okay. I don't mind.
Oh, Chris.
Unfortunately, it's a bait that a dogfish could get in its mouth on there now.
Let it go, isn't it?
It's going loopy. This one's going loopy. It's got a squid head on it. Nothing happening now. Oh, that's just come off. Something, the line's just parted or Something's happened. Line parted. When I was untangling that tangle, I must have nicked the line. Alright. Never mind. It is what it is. Yeah. Right, let's get this one, that one baited up and get it out. Then we've got to tie a rig on the end of that and get back fishing. We're going to have a replan. And we're going to wind these rods in. I've got some dogfish on here, I think. And we're going to go off. There's a wreck. It's not too far from here. We're going to have a few drifts about on that while the tide's making up its mind. And then if we get a decent flood tide, we will drop the anchor. See if we can't get a dogfish or a dogfish. See if we can't get an eel off the wreck. What we will catch is we will catch loads of pouting on this wreck. Oh, got 2 whiting on here. Here we go, double header. So we've got bait anyway. So 2 lovely whiting. Member of the cod family. It's just a pity. I mean, they do get bigger than this, but it's a pity they don't get a lot bigger than this, because you know, when they're in plague proportions like they are, it would be nice to be catching sort of 4 or 5 pounders. But of course, if they were catching 4 or 5 pounders, they would become a commercial fish and they'd get fished to extinction. So
This is Solid Coast Guard, over.
It's kind of a catch-22 of fishing, isn't it? If a fish is desirable, it will get fished to extinction. If a fish isn't desirable, there's thousands of them. Right, so we're living dangerously at the moment because the tide's slack and we're swinging around on the tide. We're just going to end up getting loads of tangles, and the fishing isn't great at the moment. But look at this sea. You can't imagine what it's been like for months and months and months, and we suddenly get a sea like this. Had I known it was going to be like this, I'd have brought more fuel with me and we would have gone out offshore. But we haven't, so I can't.
Roger, that's good of you. Did you say that you've actually recovered the pallet, over?
Right, old nest of rods here. Gonna need to clear this side of the boat.
Roger, that's all noted. Many thanks for the update on the position. Thank you.
Yeah, right, so when you next see us, we'll be on this wreck. See you in a bit. Right, another species on a boat. Pete's just a little schoolie, so that bodes well, because that's what I'm hoping for, some nice bass. There was quite a shoal of fish showing up on the sounder mid-water. Look at the fish underneath us. It's unbelievable. You shout it to the camera, Pete.
There you go.
Yeah, camera's over here. There you go. Nice one.
Over the side.
There's meant to be some quite good sized bass out here at the moment, so every chance that we catch something better than a schoolie. Shh.
Once the tide started running, we dropped the anchor.
We just got bits of squid on that, so it's probably the ever popular doggy fish. Although we're quite close to this wreck, and this wreck is renowned for its jumbo pouting. It doesn't feel like a dogfish, but we'll know in a minute. Oh no, it's a fucklefish. But it was definitely going, you saw it. Rearrange these baits and whack him out again. What you got? A whiting. So there you go, so whiting about right, casting in the boat.
Yep. That'll go well with egg and breadcrumbs.
Yeah. I've fried it on the beach when I've been fishing. Perhaps I should do another catch and... Huh, you got a scallop.
Caught on there. Yeah. It's alive.
Oh, I can feel this one going in my hand now and I'm not even settled the bait yet. So a little scallop. And he's gone. And this rod is banging already. Let that develop a bit. Two hooks on there.
Mine.
And put it into this rod rest. Still on there, isn't it? Let's wind into it. Oh, I think it might be hooked this time. Either that, there's a huge scourge of bloody whiting down there, just hitting the baits as soon as they hit the bottom. Don't feel a great deal of a bite going on, but don't feel a great deal of a bite going. Sorry?
You're lucky, I've got two.
What? Oh, I'm talking to the dog. Oh yeah. Whiting! Bait size bait, baby. Bait size. Might go down as a flapper on my conger rod there. Oops, or maybe not. We're going to put that one back then, shall we?
Yeah, it's still swimming around.
Yeah, it'll go down. He's going to go down and say, mates, you won't believe what just happened to me. Got abducted by aliens. Took me up to this great spaceship in the sky. And then suddenly I was flung, and I was back down here again. They didn't even probe me. Right, casting in the boat, so just duck. Big mackerel head on that rod. I've got a knocking out on it. Now that's either pouting or whiting ragging at the bait, or that's an eel inquiring.
You keep your eels.
Could be an eel bite. Could be an eel bite. Be quite interesting on this light rod. Definitely put a bend in it. Put a wend in it as well. If you can see it. uptide rod is banging away. You can see it. I'm just eating a biscuit. No, nothing there. We saw it rattling, didn't we? This little whiting, I think. We'll bring that the conger rod up with a mackerel head on it and see if there's any bait left, because it was being banged away a little while ago and it's now gone very quiet. So we'll bring that up and we'll put a pouting flapper down, I think. Might be a dogfish on here. No, there's nothing on there. See, the mackerel head's been, you can see it's been chewed out of the back end, but not by anything that's big enough to get it in its mouth, that's for sure. So what we'll do is we will put a nice big juicy bloody pouting down on it. I mean, we are living quite dangerously here with this rod, with a bait like this. You get a big decent eel on this, it's going to really give it a count for itself on this rod, that's for sure. But that's what I want to do. It's my New Year's resolution for next year, is I want to put some bends in my rod. Uptide rod's going again. Don't know if you can see it, I don't know if it's on camera or not. It might be a little bit off, it might be on camera. Tip of the rod. Well, we'll see what happens with this big bait on this little rod. If we get smashed up by something, or if we catch a little strap, we'll tackle up a bigger rod, because the little straps will be the first ones out of the wreck, and then followed by the big ones, the big boys. It's an aeroplane. I thought it was thunder. Shall I make another brew? Should I not? Or shall I have a snot poodle? Don't know. Right, answers on a postcard. Should I make another brew, or should I have a pot noodle? I think I'll have another brew. Do that. And loopy again. Looks like something on there this time. Oh, does feel like something on there. Dogfish, I feel. Fighting harder than a whiting. Anyway. Oh, it's too big whiting. It's actually a dogfish and a whiting. Nice little whiting for the freezer. And quite a big dogfish actually. Let's get the whiting off before we get a tangle. You can go in the bait bucket because, as I say, we'll freeze you down. The congas off the beach. And yeah. Got quite a big dog. You want that, Peter? Is that big enough for you?
That's fine. I've been trying away a little while.
And that dogfish is coming home for dinner as well, for Peter's dinner. Personally, I'll eat them, but I can't be bothered with all the faff. Let's get this baited up and get it back out there. Send it out. Home for its granddaddy pouting, and there we go. It's a grandmummy, I think. It's not. They get bigger than it. All right, cool. That was the lead. The lead was pinned in quite hard, but thought for a moment there I had decent fish on. There is fish on here. Hook down deep. Lucky if you go back, mate. Teach you for being such a guzzle guts. Whiting. Where's them pliers gone? Behind you. Alright, it's come out. I've got it out. There you go. Unhooked. Don't think you're going to survive, so I think I'm going to keep you for bait. Yeah, we'll freeze you down before you use it today. Oh, big old pout. You're obviously fishing very close to the wreck.
That's a bigger one.
Yeah, getting bigger.
Getting there.
Yeah, getting there.
Get on your camera.
Hang on a minute. Peter's not caught another granddaddy. There you go. Right, let's get these uptide up out again. But the fish are still here. Right, the tide's running through here quite fast, which means we've had to upgrade our weights a bit. Oh, and the doggies are back. Oh, a reasonable sized doggy. You want that one for your plate?
Yeah, that's a decent sized one. I'm going to rip my hands to pieces. I might as well do it in one go.
Yeah. Ow. Try and do that. Putting a hook in my hand. Put him in the food bucket. Fresh bait on there. Get him back out there. Tenderise it a bit. Bit of squid. Right, casting in the boat. Keep yourself clear. Don't they hang on? When there's a bit of tide like this, it feels like a decent fish.
Yeah.
But all it is a dogfish and a whiting, I think. Oh no, two big pouting. There you go, another couple of pouting.
No.
They do tug well. They do put up a, give you a good bite.
I don't know where that seal went. It's heading towards us.
One gone.
$2.15.
Where is it? Oh well. Another 45 minutes and we'll knock it on the head. Right, mind your head. Get this up and see what the bait's like on it. This is that whiting flapper that I've had down. I think it's been totally ragged. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. It's been totally ragged, isn't it? Little fish with teeth, little pouting, coming along and biting chunks off the back end of it. There you go. Nice big chunk of squid head. I'm betting that will come up gone quite quickly. Bertie, stop it. My uptide rod is going loopy again. Fish should come back on the feed, I feel. A pair of Pouting. think one of these might get flappered up and go back down as bait on that other rod for the last half hour. Yeah, he went back. Bless him. Got off to be a nuisance to somebody else. Oh, there we go. What we got here? Might be a bass.
No, it's big old pout, isn't it?
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
No, I don't think so. It's a big old whiting.
Oh.
It's a nice size white, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's how they used to be. That's what we want for the whiting. We want big ones like that.
Right then.
What, splosh! It's literally just lip hooked. But that's, yeah, it's a nice eating size white in that. Look at that. Beauty. Might be my thumbnail. My, what big hands you've got. Just got slapped in the face by a whiting.
Somewhere out here I caught that bloody great tope, wasn't it?
Not round here it wouldn't.
Oh no, hang on, no, I've got a picture of
You got a big smooth hound off here.
that's it, yes.
Off Seaford Head. Yeah, a bit of a jammy bugger when you come out of my boat, actually, aren't you, really? Well, I always put it down to the quality of the skippering to put you on the fish, to be honest. Well, we're nearly done. We've had a great little session out here. What a fantastic day. If I'd known it was going to be like this, I would have brought more fuel with me and we would have gone out. But, you know, you can't foresee this. You can't really forecast it, to be honest. And it might be that you go out 10 miles, it's lumpy as hell out there. But inshore, it's lovely. Beautiful. We've had a cracking day. We've had loads of whiting, loads of pouting, loads of dogfish, some herrings, one little bass. You know, you can't odds that on a day that, you know, really it was a chink in the weather. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Hit the like button. Send me a comment. You know, send me a comment. I do reply to them, unless you're being horrible, in which case I don't. And there was a thing called the hype button. If you're watching me on your phone, if you go down to where you can click the like button, there's a thing that says hype this channel. I think you can only do it for a week when this video first goes out. And those hype points really help promote the channel. So please do that. Unless something happens and we suddenly rock into something monstrous, I'm going to kill the film now and put it all away. As I say, thank you very much for joining me. It's a wrap. Good night.